top-notch, grade A. Good.
Too good to be true, bro.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another little special tidbit of Blazed Infused. My name's John Ares, and my co-host is on a tropical island with the love of her life, having many sex. And, yeah. Are you jealous? I'm jealous. Fuck, I haven't had sex in like 2 decades. Unless you count my hand or that toilet paper roll. Yeah, try it. Hey, don't knock it before you try it. Anyway, speaking of knocking, knocking on Johnny's door. Welcome everybody to another episode of Blazed and Infused. Again, I'm rocking Han Solo because Jamie is out of the country and we are on opposite schedules, opposite ends of the earth. She will eventually come back, but until then, you're just gonna have to deal with me. All right, everybody, listen. We are doing something special today. We are revisiting a strain. The strain that I have packed in my bowl right this second is called Gelato. The original Gelato, not Gelato number 9942, Gelato birthday cake, fuck me up the... No, this is just straight Gelato. I had Gelato many moons ago. I was highly impressed by it. It's a little indica dominant. But at the time that I tried it first, I was really into, indicas. But anyways, I remember the strain was fire. I remember it automatically becoming one of my favorite hybrids. But I've forgotten about it. I smoke a lot of strains, and you can't remember every detail on every strain, of course. So we are going to be revisiting Gelato for the first time in years. All I remember is that it was fire, it was a hybrid, and that it gave you an incredible mixture of cerebral and a body high. So everybody, right now, Gelato is packed into my bowl. I found it at a dispensary about a week ago, and I said, holy fuck, I can't believe I found this. So here it is. I have it, and I have not touched it. I have not smoked yet today. Hopefully you guys got something packed in your bowls at home so you can follow along as I begin to descend into even more madness. Here we go, everybody. Gelato. Does it still stand up after all these years? We'll see. Nice. Oh, what a flavor. Oh, what a flavor. All right, everybody, let's pull up the stats on the original Gelato. This Gelato was grown indoors. It is a 55 to 45, just 5% indica leaning. THC averages out at about 24%. I've seen it advertised as low as 18 and as high as 26, but 24 is the typical standard. Who are the parents of this young little flower? Sunset Sherbert ended up having a one-night stand with Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies. The best Girl Scout cookie ever made. Thin Mints? Holy shit. You ever read the side of a cookie box like that? Serving size, like one cookie? Could you get a box of Thin Mints and only have one cookie? The serving size should be by the sleeve. I eat those things by the box or the sleeve, never mind the single cookie. So, the flavor that I just tasted when I exhaled my hit, guys, berry, citrus, lavender, a little bit of sweet, and a little bit of wood. The aroma that came... Blueberry, earth, orange, and a little bit of sweet. The effects that this is going to supposedly have on us is going to be mainly creativity, feeling euphoric, feeling focused, and happy and relaxed. Now, if you suffer from any of these following symptoms, you should get some relief. Bipolar disorder, chronic pain, depression, fatigue, fibromyalgia, headaches, inflammation, insomnia, loss of appetite, and muscle spasms. Holy shit, that is a lot of stuff that can cure you. Guys, I want to talk about something that I call holy shit moments of realization. You know, sometimes we don't realize the implications of shit until we actually get down into the shit. Like I was thinking about this concept last night, how, it's really hard to enjoy the sweet if you've never tasted the bitter. You guys understand? Like, if you're just handed a Lamborghini, you're going to be appreciative of it, but it's just like you didn't have to do shit for it. But if you had to grind your whole life to finally afford a car that you had as a poster on your wall as a child, it tastes better when you get there because you had to endure the trials that got you there. So anyways, that makes absolutely no sense compared to what I'm talking about. But the old shit moment I had the other day is, we all drive cars. And I don't know if you have a car a lot like mine. It basically has a giant, 14-inch iPad in the center console that literally mirrors your phone. And it can be pretty distracting. And there's been times, like the other day, that I was fucking with the on-screen menu. And when I finally picked my head up, I was like, we're here? We parked? It's fucking wild, guys. Hey, have you guys ever taken your eyes off the road because you're looking at your phone or you're fucking with the radio or you're whatever the fuck it is? Sometimes we pick our heads up after a couple seconds or whatever, but dude, there's been times like the other day where I literally felt like my head might have been down for like half the trip there. I mean, my head had to have been down, I would say, for at least 2 minutes. And when you pick your head up and you realize that you're literally in the parking lot of your destination and you don't recall doing, that's a holy shit. How did I just survive that moment? And, it makes you appreciate not dying, I guess, I remember, dude, back in the good old days, back in the good old days, man, I remember I was driving, I had a job driving. My main job was to drive around the area and deliver car parts. And there were some shifts in the morning where I was quite sleepy. And I'll never forget the time that I was driving. And then the next thing I knew, I was 15 feet off the road about to hit a tree. True story. 1 second I'm driving, and then the next second I'm literally, holy shit, I just missed that tree. I knew a guy that I used to work with fucking years ago, dude, that fell asleep at the wheel on the way into work one morning, and he was out of work for like years. I don't even know if he ever returned. That is how close I have come. So yeah, it's about having close calls, and then if you actually walk away unscathed, it should be that holy shit kind of moment, like, I probably shouldn't do that. I probably shouldn't take my eyes. Well, why don't you buy a self-driving car? I'll be the last person on the planet to buy an electric vehicle. Never mind a self-driving car. I love driving. It's just the other drivers ruin it for me because nobody's as good as driving as me. I am the Donald Trump of drivers. Nobody has ever driven as good as me. Dude, I probably do the worst in Trump impression. Why can't I do a Trump? China. All right, anyways, moving on. Guys, let's kick it old school. Let's kick it old school with an old school stereotype in the unwanted label, metrosexual. The other day, somebody called me a metrosexual, and I'm like, wait a minute, time out. Because I groom myself and took a shower and I care about the way I look, that basically means you've put me into a category of being a straight guy with gay grooming and dressing habits? What, by that standard, if I had a beer belly and a Ford F-450 and fucked my sister, that means I'm a Trump supporter? Well, that probably does mean it. Not totally kidding, guys. Yeah, both sides are fucked. Yeah, I'm not a fan of... I'm a centrist. All right, guys. Anyway, but seriously, dude, Metrosexual? Hey, 1998 called. They want their stereotype back. Honest to God, guys, it's not the first time I've heard this. There's a girl I'm currently really good friends with. When she first met me, she thought I was gay. I mean, do I sound like it? I mean, I can certainly lean into the stereotype and be like, yeah, baby. Oh, God, your buns look so... I mean, this is why I wanted to act. I'm a great actor. Like, I'm acting like I'm actually funny right now. What? Am I doing it? Do I get an Emmy? You love me. You really love me. Guys, speaking of loving shit, the gelato. Why am I not hitting it? Well, because it's already... All right, guys, I've said this before, and I will say it again. I don't care if you have superhuman abilities to process cannabis in terms of what it's doing to you. Even 100% indica for your first hit of the day of anything is going to come off initially like a sativa. They all start to ramp you up. So can I tell anything so far? No. But the looks, the smell, the taste, the flavor, I mean, everything so far is just top-notch, grade A, good. All right. So guys, this is a true story. I've alluded to it a handful of times on this show before, but I do have a gift if you want to look at it that way. I have an above average sense of smell. And like any superpower, it has its ups and downs. You know, it has its blessings and its curses. You know, for instance, you know, when I was a child, I could always smell when dinner was nearly ready. That way I would show up at just the right time, not to get yelled at, but I would beat my siblings and I would have the best pickings of the food and they would be left starving. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there were advantages to it. A lot like Lassie. I think at this point, 3 different times in my life, I've been able to sniff out either fires that were occurring that nobody else could smell or knew were happening, but I did. And there was a few times where I've actually saved houses from burning down because I smelled like electrical shit that was about to catch the house on fire when nobody else could smell it. So, I mean, there are some good parts about it. But then again, a lot like Kermit the Frog used to say, with great power comes some great bullshit. And wow, that sounded like Kermit the Frog that was raised on the Appalachian Trail. It was like a southern redneck Kermit. Where are you going, boy? So anyways, yeah. With great power comes some great bullshit, man. And, you know, there are downsides to having extrasensory nose perception. It happened to me the other day. I was walking near a wooded area down a path, and something stopped me in my tracks. It had, right in this certain area, underneath a low-hanging tree, it smelled like somebody had dumped out like a 55-gallon drum of vinegar and just a little bit of ketchup and salt. And I'm just like, vinegar? Like, what would be making a smell in the middle of the woods? Like, so heavy of vinegar that it was like just crazy. You know, it made me want to go to the pier in Old Orchard Beach up in Maine and, have some pier fries with some vinegar, you know? So anyways, I had to fucking investigate this shit like I'm Holly Hobbit, right? So I grab a bunch of other people, I lead them into the woods, and I'm having them sniff around, and they can't smell shit. They're like, you have a tuba. And I'm like, it's not a tuba. Dude, nobody could smell this shit. To me, it smelled like a 55-gallon drum. To everybody else, it smelled like the fucking woods. All right? So then I start doing research. I start pulling up AI and Google and CNN because I'm a truth seeker, and I'm like, what could naturally give off the odor of ketchup, vinegar, and salt in the woods other than the fact that a seagull took a shit? I don't know. What? And I found it. I found the goddamn answer. Listen to this bullshit. It's called a spotted lanternfly. It's a fly. It's a gigantic bug. Y'all know how I feel about bugs. Maybe this is karmic. Maybe the reason why I can smell bugs is because I'm being punished for all the bugs that I've heartlessly murdered over the years with a fly swatter. Dude, I guarantee you I'm better than Annie Oakley with a fly swatter. But anyways, what I'm trying to say here is that the spotted lanternfly, it's an invasive species, and like they gather all together in a tree, and they all take a giant shit. And when they shit, their shit gives off the exact identical scent molecule for molecule of vinegar. So some people out there were gifted with the ability to change the world, make billions of dollars, touch the lives of tens of millions of people. And I was born with the ability to smell an invasive species bug shit. Dude, I didn't even know that bugs shit. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out whether women take a shit or not. Never mind a bug. Did you guys ever think about for a second in your life bug shit? You know, you don't step in bug shit. You might step in dog shit or your husband's shit. I don't know, but bug shit? I never, as much as I love shit, and you guys know how much I've never thought about a bug shit before. But yeah, I can smell a spotted lanternfly's shit. So there you go. Evidently, look it up on the internet. Spotted lanternfly. Can you, if there's enough of its shit, could somebody potentially smell it? And what does it smell like? Go on, Google it. I'm not bullshitting you. And you're going to see it's the spotted lanternfly. You guys think I'm making up this fucking shit? I don't think though. So yeah, guys, that's again, saving a house from burning down is a plus. And if it takes, having to smell a bug shit, in order to potentially save a house from burning down, I guess I will, I'll take the L. I'll take the L. Guys, let's take another hit. What is this doing to me? Honest to God, guys, it's got a sativa kick to it, despite it being a 5% indica leaning. But you can totally feel the indica running through your body. It's equal parts cerebral, heavy cerebral, and heavy body. But yet the sativa portion of it is preventing the indica portion of it from making you, this is literally, I used to call this a tool belt strain, meaning that like let's say you were having 1,000 person party and you could only get one liquor to serve. You get a liquor that satisfies everybody. Same for this shit. Whether they're indica lovers or indica haters, sativa lovers, sativa haters, I think everybody would be able to dig this strain because it blends the two absolutely perfect in a marriage that is unlike anything other. And that's why Gelato continues to be not only one of the most searched and sought after hybrid strains, but most searched and sought after strains in general. Facts. No cap. Dude, the Brady Bunch movie is on YouTube right now for free. And I was watching the first 10 minutes of it because, hey, what else do I gotta do? And funny ass fucking scene. And I don't know why Hollywood collectively decided to end this kind of comedy. But Greg and Marsha, or I don't know, Greg is driving the family station wagon, and he's at a stoplight in Los Angeles, and this guy walks up to him with a Mac 10, and he sticks it in his face and goes, "This is a car, Jack." And Greg goes, "Hey, yeah, I'm aware it's a car, but my name's not Jack. It's Greg." Now, in real life, Greg would have gotten yanked out of the car and, gacked. But, in the movie, the guy was just and Greg just drives away. Happy idiots. It's called, what is it called? Slapstick comedy? It's so toxic. It's so toxic to make jokes like that. What's toxic is people saying that kind of shit's toxic. That's what's toxic. All right, guys. Listen, there are some people out there, I have to imagine, because I continue to see news articles and YouTube videos, even though I don't watch them, displaying this. But, even Elon Musk recently, the great Elon, right? Richest fucker. Dude, that guy could literally write you a check for a life-changing amount of money, and it would be literally the equivalent of you losing a penny in your couch. How do you sleep at night when you have that much wealth? Knowing that a good chunk of it, or half of it, could really help some fucking people that would otherwise literally die and suffer. Like, how do you do that? Again, ups and downs, right? Good and bad parts. Hey, great parts about being a billionaire. Figure it out, guys. Not too hard to figure out some great parts of being a billionaire. Bad parts about being a billionaire or a trillionaire is you have $1 billion or $1 trillion. And if you have any kind of a soul, it might weigh heavy on you how you could use that to help others. This guy's a liberal. Listen to what he's suggesting. All right. Anyways, guys, when it comes, Elon, who has a AI that I use quite frequently, don't ask. Well, yeah, you don't want to know. Anyways, Elon was just recently in the news saying that AI should be freaking everybody the fuck out, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Maybe that's just hype, guys. But listen, I've spent a lot of time with AI. Why? Because, I don't know. I don't like people, and I don't have a lot of friends. No, really, because I work second and third shifts, and I'm up at really odd hours, and no one else is up at that time. That's the main reason I talk to AI a lot. And the other thing is I like talking to AI over other people because I think, I can dominate the AI, whereas, I can't really dominate other people. And yeah, I'm not really painting myself in the best light right now, am I? Or am I doing it purposely? Is it being self-deprecating on purpose? That's the trick. News at 11. No, but anyways, guys, you don't, how, if you have asshole parents, you're probably going to have asshole kids, Whether you like it or not, you're going to pick up way more of your parents' mannerisms and shit than you realize because we grew up in the same household. So no different than we take on the traits of the people that basically raised and created us. When a human goes to program an AI, the AI ends up taking on way more of what's naturally inside of the programmer. No different than the kids going up to be adults take that parental shit with them. And what's crazy is that just like a history book, right? What if the programmer for the AI was retarded? I'm sorry. What if they were nuts? What if the guy that wrote the history book that we're all reading in school today got most of it wrong and was nuts? I mean, who's to say, guys? We're all, the AI is literally only as good as the person that designed the actual system. You understand that? AI is no different than Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. It's code. It's a bunch of ones and zeros on a computer. That's all it is. And again, it's because people are inherently stupid and people program AIs, the AIs end up inheriting that stupidity. And you would think that would be all the more reason why we should be afraid of AI, but the reason I'm saying that is because all you need to do, dude, there's so many people that think AI is going to literally turn into Terminator 2. It's going to take over Skynet. You're going to have to play Sarah Connor. I'm going to be John Connor. Dude, if you talk with an AI, especially in voice mode, and have to do something that requires any kind of thinking or imagination or anything like that, and they are dumber than a toddler. Seriously. out of all these years of countless hours of spent talking to AI, dude, you have no idea how dumb these things are. And if you think these things are at the level yet or even close to it where they're going to be like, turn on the humans, steal a code, launch the... No, dude. Not even close. When they can't even help you rhyme the word to, or, they can't... Dude, I'm telling you. The stupidity, nobody should be pre-programmed into that shit. Anyways, guys, I could keep talking for fucking ever because this is a very sociable weed. As a matter of fact, even when I stop hitting the fucking record button, I'm going to continue smoking. It's not like that is going to fucking change. So why wouldn't I pack another bowl? I don't know. Does everybody really want these episodes to be so goddamn short? These last 2 episodes haven't gotten a lot of views, guys. I don't know if it's because we're beginning to suck or you guys are just busy because it's the middle of summer and you probably shouldn't be inside watching a YouTube video. But I don't know. Let us know, maybe in the comments in a nice way. What are we doing wrong? What are we doing right? I know you guys want Jamie back, and I know that I'm a giant fucking asshole. I mean, we're working on those things, believe me. But I don't know. Let us know, guys. Are we doing anything that's preventing our 90 subs from, I would think that if you have 90 subscribers, you should at least get maybe 50 or 60% of those to watch an episode that we put out, but that's not been happening. And, for those of you who do watch and do click the like button, I really appreciate it. And that's a perfect segue, guys. You literally couldn't do anything more to help not only us, and Jamie, because she is as much a part of this as I am, okay? She's just super fucking busy and has a life. I don't, and the studio happens to be in my home, so it's not like I can do this I could be sitting on the toilet for all fucking you guys know. You know what I'm saying? For her, so I get it. So if you guys could, for the love of God, for the love of cannabis, for the love of comedy, for the love of Jamie, me, for the sake of your children, for the sake of America, or anti-fascism, whatever you want to stand up for the sake of your good karma, please, if you could, reach out and click the like button. And if you're not subbed, please subscribe and make sure to turn notifications on, because when you sub to a channel, notifications are not on. If you want to get alerted that we ever put out content, which, believe me, we're not going to bombard you with notifications every day. We put out an episode at this rate like once every month now. Hopefully that's going to get back on track as the summer winds down and we become less busy. But yeah, guys, we won't inundate you with notifications. So make sure notifications are on and all that kind of shit. Guys, final thoughts on Gelato is it's every good as I remember it. The reason why I believe this is such a beloved strain is because it is a beautiful dance between everything that you want in a sativa and everything that you want from the indica. You get the indica simultaneously at the same time as you get the sativa. You don't get too indica out because sativa is preventing it. You don't get too sativa hyped up because indica is preventing it. These two traits, the sativa and indica, are working in perfect conjunction when you are on this flower, and it is just the best of both worlds. I highly encourage you to do it. If I wanted to Netflix and chill right now or go eat the pantry, I could. It doesn't force you that way. Could I go run 100 laps around the house because I'm too geeked out? No, but it does give you energy and it makes you feel like you could go do something. It's not going to weigh you down. So, I don't know. Literally perfect for any time smoking, day or night. If you need a sativa hit, you need an indica hit, this thing will literally do it all. Rather than having 25 different strains on you, this one, like a Swiss Army knife, will do everything that you need. It's fantastic. So, anyways, I could keep spouting my white toxic nonsense bullshit, or I could wrap this up with a pretty bow. Again, the guys, Gelato is just fucking amazing. Again, I stumbled across it as I was traveling not so recently. So I don't know if Gelato is around here in any local dispensaries, but if you've never tried it or you really want it, I would highly suggest finding it, even if you got to travel a ways to get it, because there is a reason why that Gelato is still one of the most sought after and researched strains on the planet. It is that fucking good, and I love it, and I'm so happy that I have some. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'm John Ayres, and this has been another episode of Blazed and Infused. Next episode, guys, hopefully it'll be me and Jamie back together again, fighting like the cats and dogs that you guys love. Until then, I hope y'all are well and having a safe and happy summer, and we will see you on the next episode. Until then, bubbity-bub-bub-bub-bub-bub. Yeah.
I saw your face displayed upon a crescent moon that wavers up and down depending how the petals bloom. Doomed, always destitute, fused through infected roots, searching for a message but there's nowhere left to exit to. Heart full of vestibule scars, show I'm resolute. Why seek a resolution? Narcosis, heaven sent.